morning student. So in this lecture we can discuss about parallel lines and a transversal. So in the previous standard you have familiar with these two terms, parallel lines. Parallel means these two lines are called parallel, clear, because they are exactly at the, they are not intersecting each other and they are exactly at the 90 degree. Or sometime we can also say that if two lines are not intersect, so we can say that it is a parallel line. And transversal means what? Suppose we have a two parallel line, and if I am drawing the one more line which is intersect this both line, so this third line it is called the transversal. Clear? It is called transversal. So here I am drawing a one of the figure for that concept. So here we have a three line L, M, N. So L and M are a two line, clear, but they are not parallel. And if I am drawing a third line, so they are intersecting M, L, so they are intersecting at point P, and line L and line N, they are intersecting at which point? Q point. So here we are creating the 8 angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear? So we have the total 8 angle created here. So first of all, two or a more line at the distinct points, it is called a transversal line. So here L, it is known as an transversal line. So from this theory you can see that these both and these both angle, it is called the exterior angle because they are outside. So 1, 2, 7, 8, it is called exterior, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 4 angle, it is called this 4 angle. This. So this 4 angle, it is interior angle. Clear? This is interior angle. So you are familiar with these two terms, exterior and interior angle. Now next, corresponding angle. Corresponding angle means what? We have a pair of corresponding angle. So here 1 and 5. So 1, this is 1 and this is 5. So this is known as a corresponding angle. Similarly 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Similarly 4 and 8. 4, 8, then 3 and 7. So it means what? Correspond means what? The angle. See, 1, 5, 2, 6, 4, 8, 3, 7. This all angle, it is known as in the corresponding angle. Clear? It is corresponding angle on the same side. See that it is on the same side, left hand side. Next, alternate interior. So alternate interior means what? 4, 6. So here you can see that. So they are exactly opposite, 4 and 6. This is known as an alternate interior. And these both 3 and 5. Once again it is alternate interior. Alternate means what? Opposite of the opposite of the both side. So 4, 6 and 3, 5. Then alternate exterior. So once again 1, 7 and 2, 8. So this and this 2, 8, 1, 7, 3. So this 4 it is known as an alternate exterior, and this 4 it is known as in the alternate interior angle. Now we have one more concept. See that interior angle on the same side of a transversal. Sometimes it is also known as a consecutive interior or allied angle, or it is also called co-interior angle. Clear? So which one? So here see that 4 and 5, these both. Clear? It is known as an allied angle or co-interior angle or consecutive angle. And 3 and 6, 3 and 6, it is also called co-interior. Clear? It is also called a co-interior angle. So from this theory we can get the idea of which one? exterior, interior, then corresponding, then alternate interior and alternate exterior, and then allied angle. Clear? Allied angle means what? These both 4 5 and 3 6, and alternate interior and alternate exterior means 1 8 1 7, this one alternate exterior, and 2 8, so it is also known as an alternate exterior, and these both are known as an alternate interior pair, and this is correspond 1 5, then 2 6 4 8 and 3 7. So from this theory, suppose one angle is given, so we can find the all remaining angle by using this all theory. Suppose angle 1 is equal to 60 degrees given. So if this is 60 degree, so this is also 60, these both are, because vertically opposite angle 1 3. We have one more concept, vertically opposite angle. Clear? This is known as an vertically opposite angle, and this pair is also known as an vertically opposite angle. Clear? So this and these both are known as an vertically opposite angle. So 60 60. Once again these both are alternate interior, so it is also 60. Now once again it is vertically opposite, so this it is all angle are 60. Now here we have a linear pair, see that. Clear? 6.1 concept. So angle linear pair summation is always 180. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180, because we can write linear pair. So angle 1 is given 60. So angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 60. So it is 120 degree. So angle 2 is equal to what we can write? 120. So this is also 120 because vertically opposite. This is alternate interior 120. Once again this is vertically opposite angle. So you can remember this all thing: alternate interior, alternate exterior, only interior, correspond angle, then co-allied, or it is also called a co-interior, allied, or a consecutive interior. Clear? So it means what? So from this all theory, and one more thing, it is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle. Before exercise 6.1 we have one theorem regarding the vertically opposite angle. So vertically opposite angle are always equal. Now we have two more axiom 6.3 and axiom 6.4. So it is derived from this theory. So first of all we can read this sentence: if transversal intersect the two parallel lines, suppose we have two parallel line and transversal intersect this line, then each pair of corresponding angle. So which is our corresponding? 1 5 1 5 pair of corresponding angle is always equal. So it means what? This angle and this angle are same. Then this angle 1 5, then 2 6. So it is 2 and 6. So once again I am taking these both are also same. Then once again this and these are same. Then these and these are also same. Clear? Corresponding angle are always equal. Then the reverse of a 6.3. If transversal intersect lines such that the pair of corresponding angle are equal, means this and this both are equal, this 4 angle, then the two lines are parallel to each other. It means what? These both lines are parallel to each other. Clear? These both lines are parallel to each other. So these both axiom that represent corresponding angle, relation between transversal line to the parallel line with a corresponding angle. Now next we have one theorem 6.2. So in a 6.2 theorem, you can see that first of all we can read its sentence. If a transversal line intersect the two parallel lines, see that here we have a two parallel line AB, and second it is CD. So it means what? These both are parallel, and if I am drawing a third line, this is the third line. Clear? So they are intersecting at Q and R. So then each pair of alternate interior, so this is alternate interior, this is known as an alternate interior, 4 and 6. So these both are same and these both are also same. Clear? We need to prove that alternate interior angle are always same. So how can we prove that? So we can start like that. We have a one transversal line PS that are intersect our two parallel lines and different point Q and R. So BQR, angle BQR. So this angle, so it is our alternate interior. Clear? This is the pair of alternate interior angle. We can write alternate interior. These are always equal. Clear? These are equal. We need to prove that this and this angle are always equal. So how can we start the proof? So first of all, this is given AB is parallel to CD. See that parallel line, two parallel line. So AB is equal to CD. AB parallel to CD. So if these both are parallel, so BQR and PQA, BQR and PQA, these both are always equal because vertically opposite angle. These both are a vertically opposite angle, so this is same. And one thing is given, BQR is equal to QRC. So it means what? BQR is equal to PQA as well as QRC. So from result 1 and 2, we can declare that these both are equal to each other, this and this. Clear? BQR is equal to PQA. It is also equal to QRC. So it means what? PQA and QRC, these both are automatically same from result 1 and 2. So if these both are equal, PQA, this one, and QRC, so this. Clear? These both are equal. Then AB is parallel to CD. Now next, from the 6.2 we haven't derived the more three theorem, 6.3, 6.4 and 6.5. So it haven't only the statement from that theory, but they haven't proof. But it is already proved from that 6.2 theory. So if the transversal intersect the two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. So we can already prove that. See that. So this suppose we can give its name AB, CD, then PQ. So they are intersecting at, here we can give the name X and Y. Now they are asking what? Transversal intersect the two lines such that pair of alternate interior angles. So pair of alternate, this and this. If these both are equal, so these both lines are parallel to each other. We already proved that. If this, so it is a reverse statement of 6.2. 6.3 is a reverse statement of 6.2. Now next, 6.4. If transversal intersect the parallel line, then each pair of interior angle on the same side of a transversal, it is a supplementary. Once again I am drawing A, B, then CD, then it is PQ, and here we can give name X and it is Y. Now two lines are parallel to each other, then each pair of interior angle, so it is an interior. Clear? These four angle are interior angle. So summation of these both, clear, summation of these both are always supplementary, means what, 180 degree. Clear, summation of these both are 180 and summation of these it is also 180 degree. Now next theorem 6.5. If the transversal cell intersect the two lines such that the pair of interior angle on the same side of a transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So it is a reverse statement of 6.4 and this is the reverse statement of a theorem number 6.2. So both are alternate to each it means what, both are related to each other, but the statement are reverse. Clear, statement are reverse. So now they are saying that what, if these both are supplementary, the pair of the alternate interior sum on the same side of a transversal cell, this and these are equal, then these both lines are parallel to each other. Clear? So next concept is line parallel to the same line. So suppose these two lines are given. So this is our transverse line and these both are same. Clear? These both angle correspond angle. Clear? So this one angle 1 and angle 2 are same. Now I am drawing a third line which is parallel to L as well as M, and we can give its name N. So and here I am giving the name angle 3. So 1 and 2 these both are equal. Clear? Because corresponding angle. So similarly 2 and 3 is also equal because this is also corresponding angle. So it means what, if 1 is equal to 2 and 2 is equal to 3, so 1 and 3 are also equal to each other. 1 and 3 is so these both are also equal to each other. Suppose this is 30, so these both are a 30 because it is corresponding angle. Similarly if it is 30, so these both are, these and these are also same. Clear? So this concept it is referred as line parallel to the same line. And here we have one statement from this theory, it is line which are parallel to the same line. These line are parallel to the third line. Clear? So if these both are parallel and if I am drawing the line, so these both are also parallel to each other. So it means what, these three lines are parallel to each other. So question 1, in the figure find the value of x and y. So here we need to find the value of x as well as y, and we can also prove that AB is parallel to the CD. So first of all see that if I am drawing the third line, so it is our third line, so it is a transverse line. Clear? It is a transversal line. So angle, these both angle are it is a linear pair, see that it is a linear pair. Clear? And once again we can the name is also given, so we can give its name. Here name is not given, but this angle is given 130 degree and this is 50 degree. So now see that here it is a linear pair. Clear? So we can write x plus 50 is equal to 180 in bracket linear pair. So this 50 is going second side, so 180 minus 50, so it is 130 degree. Clear? So this angle will be 130. Now we want to find out the value of y. So these both are vertically opposite angle, so y is equal to 130. In bracket we can write vertically opposite angle. So this is 130, this is also 130. So it means what, alternate interior angle are the same. Clear? X is equal to y, in bracket we can write alternate interior angle. Clear? It is alternate interior angle. So it means what, according to theorem number 6.3, if alternate interior angle are the same, so these both lines are parallel to each other. So we can write down from above, if alternate interior angle are same, so AB is parallel to CD. In bracket we can write according to our theorem number 6.3. Now next question number 2. Figure AB is parallel to CD. So AB and CDs are parallel, and CD is also parallel with EF. So find the value of Y, Z. So for that, here I am first of all seeing that here it is given Z. Clear? It is given Z. So we need to find the value of X when these ratios are given. So how can we find the value? So for that, see that here we can learn that concept. If these both are parallel, so third it is also parallel. So it means what? AB is parallel with CD and CD is parallel with EF. So it means what? AB is also parallel with EF. So first of all, see that Y gem Z. So this and this angle. Once again I am taking that this and this angle are the same. Clear? Vertically opposite. So it is also Y. And this angle are also same. Alternate interior. Clear? Alternate interior. So here I am starting. Suppose I am giving the name P, Q and R. So angle. So now see that it is a linear pair. Clear? It is a linear pair. So first of all I am writing angle CQP is equal to DQR. Clear? These both are equal because we can write it is a vertically opposite angle. Now next, these and these are also same. So here DQR is equal to QRE, and here I am writing alternate interior angle. Clear? Alternate interior angle. Now this is a linear pair. Clear? This is a linear pair. So sum of these both it will be 180 degree. So I am writing y plus z is equal to 180 degree. In bracket we can write linear pair. Here it is a linear pair, and first of all also we can write here AB is parallel CD and CD is parallel to EF. So AB is also parallel with EF. Now next, the ratio is given 3:7. So here I am writing 3x plus 7x is equal to 180. So 10x is equal to 180. So x is equal to 180 divided with 10. 0, 0 cut. So it is 18 degree. So it means what? Angle. What is angle Y? It is 3x and it is 7x. So 3 into 18 and 7 into 18. So 18 3s are 54. Now 18 7s are. So it is 126. And now if you want to find out the angle x, clear? So here you can see that angle x, once again we have a linear pair here. Clear? Once again we have a linear pair, and this is y, so it is also y because alternate interior. These both angle are the same. So once again we can write CQP, angle CQP is equal to BQBPQ, BPQ, and we can here we can write alternate interior. So these both are same. Now here we have a linear pair. See that. So angle x plus angle y is equal to 180. In bracket we can write linear pair. So now y we already find 54, clear. So x is equal to 180 minus 54, so it will be 126 degree. So what is the value of x? It is a 126. Now next, question number 3rd. In a figure 6.30, AB is parallel with CD. So these both lines are parallel to each other, and EF is perpendicular with CD. EF is perpendicular with CD. So this is 90 degree, and GED, angle GED. So this all angle are also given 126. So now if it is 126, so we can subtract 90 from 126, so we can find this angle, and it is a right angle, so it is also right angle because these both are parallel to each other. So first of all they are asking find AGE, AG and E, so we need to find this angle. Next GEF, GEF, so this is this angle, and last FGE, FGE, so this angle also. So we need to find these three remaining angles. So first of all see that GED is equal to GEF plus FED, because this angle is the summation of these both, clear. So we can write angle GED is equal to angle GEF plus angle FED. So now GED it is given 126 degree. GEF we need to find GEF plus FED it is 90 degree. Here this is 90 degree. So we can subtract GED. This is going second side, so it become minus. So 6, here 12 minus 9, 3, so it is 36. So this angle is 36 now. So now see that if it is 36 and it is 90, so here we are using the property of triangle, sum of angle of all angle of a triangle, it is 180 degree, clear. It is a 180 degree, and we have already these two, so we can also find the third remaining angle. So first of all I am writing in triangle GEF, in triangle GEF, angle G plus angle E plus angle F is equal to 180. Here we are using sum of all angle of triangle is 180. Now angle G means what? AGE, clear. Angle G or also we can write AGE because the meaning will be remain same. So GE it is given, this angle is 36 degree, and angle F it is 90 degree. So angle G is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 36, so it is 126. So 180 minus 126, so 180 minus 126, so 10, 4, here 7, so it is 54 degree. Here it is a 54, so this angle is a 54. Now once again see this is a linear pair. So AGE plus EFGE, AGE plus FGE FGE is equal to 180. In bracket we can write linear pair. It is a linear pair. So angle AGE plus 54 is equal to 180. So angle AGE is equal to 180 minus 54. So it is 126. So this is our first. This is our first. The G. G means also we can write like that. GEF. F. GE. G means what? We can also write like that. FGE is equal to FGE is equal to 54, because G or FG both will be same. Clear? We can write the angle like G or FG, but meaning will be remain same. Question number 4. In a figure, PQ and ST are a parallel. PQ and ST, these both are a parallel to each other. And angle PQR is 110. PQR it is given 110. And RST is 130. RST it is 130. So find QRS. QRS. So it means what? We need to find this angle. So first of all, they are giving us a hint in a question. Draw the line parallel to the ST. So we can give its name SRV. So we can start from here. Draw RV which is parallel to ST. So it means what? ST is parallel with RV and PQ is parallel with ST. It is given. Clear? It is given. So it means what? This line, these both are parallel. So these both are also parallel, and these are also parallel. So we can write like that. So PQ parallel with ST parallel with RV. Now this is suppose we can forget this all part. So here we have the part like that. So angle, these both angle, the sum of, it is known as an co-interior angle. So sum of co-interior, it is 180 degree. So we can write angle RST plus SRV is equal to 180. In bracket we can write co-interior angle or allied angle. So RST it is given 130. So SRV is equal to what? 180 minus 130. So it is 50 degree. Now second part. First of all, we can use this part only. Now this line and this line are parallel. Once again I am drawing the one rough figure. So you can get the idea. P, Q, R and this is V. So we can also write like, clear? So this is 110. So it is also 110 because alternate interior angle. Clear? So we can write like that. Angle PQR is equal to QRV. In bracket we can write alternate interior. So it is also 100 and so we can write like that. PQR is equal to QRV is equal to 110 degree. So it means what? This all angle are 110 and this angle we can already find, it is 50. So from 110, if we subtract 50 degrees, so we can find this remaining angle, our required angle QRV. Clear? So what we can write? QRV is equal to QRS plus SRV. So QRV is given 110 degree. QRS we want to find. and SRV it is 50 degree. So this 50 is going second side. So 110 minus 50. So this angle QRS it is 60 degree. It means what? These angle are 60. So 60 plus 50, 110. So this all angle. So it is proved. Clear? It is proved. Now next. Question number 5. AB is parallel to CD. So this and this line are parallel. APQ is 50 degree and PRD is 127. So find X and Y. So first of all see that here this is alternate interior APQ, angle APQ is equal to PQR. So it is 50, so it is also 50 degree. So it means what? X is equal to 50 degree. And here we can give which reason? Alternate interior. Clear? Alternate interior. Now see that it is 127. So once again I am now suppose we want to, this is also 120, these both are sum of these both will be sum of these both. So it is co-interior angle 127 plus we can give its name BPR and DRP. The sum of these both it will be 180 degree. So we can write like that. Angle of BPR plus DRP is equal to 180 degree, and bracket we can what we can write? Sum of supplementary. Clear? Sum of the interior on the same side, it is a 180 degree. Angle also we can give its name as a co-interior. Here it is co-interior. So DRP it is given 127. So what is the value of BPR? 180 minus 127. So 180 minus 127. So 60 minus 7. So it is 53 degree. So these angle are a 53. Now it is a linear pair. See that this is a linear pair. So sum of these three it is 180. So angle APQ plus QPR plus BPR is equal to 180. In bracket what we can write? Linear pair. Now APQ is given 50. QPR we want to find, and B it is given 53. So it is 103. So it is going second side. So 180 minus 100. So it is 80 minus 3. So it is 77 degree. So what is the value of Y? It is 77. Now next, last question of exercise. Figure shows PQ and RS are the two mirrors. So this is a mirror. Clear? We can put the mirror like that. Place parallel to each other. So we can put it a parallel. A incident ray AB strike here. So one ray is going here. They can strike. So it is reflected back. Once again it is reflected from here. So once again it is reflected back. So first of all I am drawing a two perpendicular, BM and CN. So draw BM perpendicular with PQ and CN which is perpendicular to RS. Now this angle, this and this angle. So it is what? This is same. Clear? Alternate interior angle. So we can write MBC angle MBC is equal to NCB alternate interior. Clear? Alternate interior. We can declare it is result number first. Now, if you learn the theory of mirror reflection, so they are clearly indicating the one theory. Angle of incidence. So this is the angle of incidence. This angle. You can use the different chalk so you can get the idea. So this and this angle are always same. Angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence, and here the same. Clear? This is the theory from the mirror reflection. So we can write ABM, angle ABM is equal to MBC, and similarly BCN is equal to NCD, and here we can write which region? Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Clear? Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. We can declare it is second and it is third result. Now we can add these both, this and this, and we can also add these both. So this angle are similar with, so from result number from 1, 2 and 3, from result number 1 to 3, ABC is equal to BCD. Clear? Because the sum of these both is equal to the sum of these both. So what we can write? Angle ABM plus MBC is equal to BCN plus NCD. Sum of these both is equal to sum of these both. Clear? Suppose it is 20, so it is also 20 according to our result number first. Now these both are also equal, so it is 20 20, so it is also 20 20. So sum of these both is 40, sum of these both are also 40. Clear? So sum of these both we can declare what? It is ABC. It is angle ABC is equal to BCD angle, it is BCD. Clear? So it means what? This all angle and this all angle are same. Clear? So it means what? If so these both are interior. Clear? These both are interior. Clear? So according to our 6.3 theorem, AB and CD are parallel to these and these are parallel to each other. So what we can write from above result? AB is parallel with CD from theorem number 6.3, because it is also known as an alternate interior. Clear?